fellow cigar lovers and addicts. You know what time it is? Damn right. It's old fogey time, so sit back and relax, because we're fixing to blast off.
Welcome to the Death Star Cigar Bar. Let's smoke it.
So what is up, my fellow cigar lovers and addicts? Here it is. It's 4th of July. It's America's birthday. Put a little short out earlier, kind of showed you guys what my lineup was for today, but I got some time, and I've been wanting to do a Death Star Cigar Bar tour. I've kind of told you guys a little bit about, my setup and how I've been able to build a, cigar lounge in my house. So I wanted to take you guys around and show you the old Death Star. So it's down in the basement of my house, got my Blues Brothers poster and my Kiss Brothers. I love my music, who don't like that? There's my Death Star cigar poster that I had made. I did all the graphics and all that stuff for that thing, got it hanging on the wall. Then we got the man himself. Can't have a Death Star anything without the old Vader. And who didn't want to be Darth Vader when they were growing up, man? I mean, I know I did. So coming into the place, I've got a nice little coffee set up. I do some pour overs. I got some Keurigs and stuff. And I've got my system. I'm heavily into music. I told you guys that. So I've got some Focal speakers down here. They're French made. This is my vintage sunglass collection that I've got out. Some more little cool little tchotchkes and stuff. My Weller Cohiba ashtray. And of course I got the thing down here to watch, like, some of my favorite videos and shit. So I got a streamer on this. The vinyl setup is gone. I just can't deal with that anymore. So I got the Weem Alter. That thing is really badass. If you guys are looking for a good streamer, that's a decent one. Got a Phase Technology 12 with a 12-inch passive. Got my original Dark Side of the Moon US release with all the posters, all the stickers. I've got my MoFi original release. Of course, the other speaker. I've got my humidor. I bought one of the New Air Boveda 500s, and I've had it long enough now that I'm going to be doing a video on that. And I've got a bunch of cigars in there. Then you guys know I've been into cameras and stuff my whole life, so kind of just getting into my collection. My first badass Nikon that I ever bought, and I used to shoot weddings and drag races and all that kind of stuff with. I've got my grandfather's camera. I've got my very first digital camera. Dude, this was an Olympus that came out. Very first digital camera I ever even saw. 1 megapixel camera. And dude, that sumbitch was like $900. But man, being able to take pictures and just show it in a little window on the back got me in a lot of doors, man. I've got my box collection. This is my prize box sets that I bought. Of course, the Opus God's Whisper, the EP Carrillo 15-year, the Opus Forbiddens. Then my son loves to play poker, and he bought this badass poker setup. This thing's got like LEDs in it, and he uses another one of my Fuente boxes that I bought for his cash box. It's got a Scheffler on it. some more of my Star Wars jam out stuff, and then, you know, we got Don smoking a cigar at the Death Star cigar bar. Made this cool little clock out of some gold plated cards that we bought together. And you can't have a cigar bar without you know, Tony. And then so we got plenty of room in here for everybody to play. I got a cigar fan over here that's hooked up into my chimney. That was set up for a frickin' potbelly stove, but I don't use it. But man, it really sucks a lot of smoke out of here and really helps out quite a bit. And then this is just my comfy spot. So I got a couple of really nice power recliners. I got, of course, my table with my Opus ashtray, my smoke eater. I keep all of my cutters and frickin' matches and you know, my coke grinder and snorter tubes in there. You know, some of my other stuff, just, you know, boxes of cigars that I've bought since I started doing it. This is my first deer that I ever killed, little devil button buck. I still got the, so I pulled that bullet out of his ass after I shot him. So I've had him English mounted. And then just got some of my old stuff, you know, some of my favorite drinking utensils and bongs. And this is my very first Lego set that I ever built. I remember building this on my grandmother's marble coffee table and shit in Kansas City. And Mork and Mindy game, and I've got you know, my Mattel football and my electronic baseball games that I used to play when I was a kid, and my original X-Wing Lego and Darth Vader Lego, and then I got a lot of my old Hot Wheels and a lot of my old Star Wars figures and stuff in there. And then I've got this autographed Chong Bong, which will definitely be part of a stick in a story, because it was had to go through hell to get that thing, and I've never smoked at it over the years, so I got to talk about it. And then I've got like a Star Trek model that I got that I never built, but I'll probably end up building that someday. And my Rubik's Cube, and you know, just pretty little comfy thing. And then one of the sweetest things that I love about this room is the Death Star. So this is my ceiling. So I got a big ass blowed up Death Star on there with a bunch of TIE fighters and X-Wings and shit all floating around it and stuff. And so I did that a while back ago, which is kind of what made me want to have the Death Star anyways, is this cool mural. And so sitting back down in here and chilling out, I can kill my big lights. And then I've got all these other lights. They're all like RGB and stuff, so I can make them whatever the hell color I want. Have mood lights while I'm down here jamming out or smoking a cigar in the morning. A lot of times I'll turn like the blue ones on in the morning when I want to smoke out, you know. But so I got those. So back in here is like a guest room, you know, that we got. My wife's mother, we built this for her. She lived with us for a long time till she passed. So my wife's kind of got some of the paintings and stuff that, you know, her mother did, and, you know, some pictures. And then we got a full bathroom for company or myself. And, you know, when the old lady wants to put me in a doghouse and shit, I can come down here and crash out. And then this is my little machine. I actually built this thing a few years ago to specifically edit 4K and 8K video. It's a hell of a gaming machine. I do a lot of gaming on it, and got my little Game of Thrones freaking Secret Lab chair. It's got the little fucking dragon scales on it and shit, pretty cool. And then this is where all the magic happens, man. I do all my editing and shit here, and you know, I've got my, you know, video cam and my mic, and then I do all my video editing with this loop deck. I don't know if you guys have had one or used one, but so you like seeing, you know, my editing skills and shit. I've been doing it for a long time. Like I said, I've been making YouTube videos and shooting photos and videos and film ever since the 70s. So, but if you do a lot of editing and you want to make it quick and easy and not have to click your mouse and do all that bullshit all the time while you're using Premiere or whatever, get you one of them loop decks. It just, I mean, you can just sit there with it in your lap and just do everything. You ain't got to touch a mouse. You don't have to do anything. Quick adjustments and everything. But anyway, so that's the Death Star Cigar Bar, everybody. Thanks for coming in and checking it out. Like I said, you know, any folks that want to come hang out, I got a place for you to stay. We can smoke cigars, bullshit, film, do whatever. Be glad to have you, especially, you know, my Kansas City people. You guys want to come over, hang out for a Sunday, and we'll cook and smoke and do some fun shit, listen to some really good music. This is a place to come. So anyway, happy 4th of July, everybody. Hope y'all are having a really great day, and hope you guys are enjoying your cigars and your cigar spaces. So anyway, peace.
Thanks for watching the Old Fogey Stogies.